Nobody wants to make a bad investment. So to make sure that you don't do that and make the same mistake as too many other people, make sure you watch this video through the end because we've got a really good tip for you right at the end of the video. So when we're talking about finding the right investment property to buy, the easy answer is we need to find the one that's going to make us a lot of money, right? That's what everybody wants. That's what we're all looking for in an investment, the highest ROI. To do that, there are a few considerations to take into account. Those are what we're going to review today, what you should be looking at, what you should be considering, and weighing out your options when you're buying that investment property. One of the most common phrases that I hear about real estate is location, location, location. And it's true. Real estate's all about location. Location determines a lot about what your value is on the home or on the real property that you own. It also determines what's going to happen as far as appreciation goes, what your ceiling is. There's a lot of stuff that goes into location. So a few things that we want you to consider when you're looking at your investment property, talking about location. Number one, you want it to be easily accessible. No tenant is going to want to occupy your property if it's right off of a busy road. Very few people are going to be okay with that. People want to be in a neighborhood. They want to be in a quiet subdivision. They want to be in a safe subdivision and a safe community. Number two, the other thing you want to think about location-wise is the resellability. We're not going to be hanging on to this property for the rest of our lives. We want to be continually upgrading our portfolio and getting better and better and better properties. So you've got to look at every property with the mindset of, where is this property going to be in the next 5, 10, 15, 30 years? Am I going to be able to resell it? How hard is it going to be able to resell? Chances are, if the property is a deal that's too good to be true, it's probably because the location is bad and you're going to have a hard time selling the home in the future as well. And so it's probably one that you want to steer clear of. Ultimately, when it comes down to location and as you're trying to make these decisions, think to yourself, what would I want in the home that I'm going to be living in? Tenants are no different than you. They want the same things. The same things are appealing to them. So keep that in mind as you're trying to decide which location to buy your investment property. Second thing I want you to consider is the age of the property. You can make money on brand new homes. You can make money on homes that are 10 years old. You can make money on homes that are 100 years old. The key to all of it though is knowing that the age of the property is going to determine what type of maintenance and repairs need to be done on the home. If you're constantly dumping a ton of money into the house to upkeep it and maintain it, that's going to affect your bottom line. So know what the year is of the home, know what repairs have been done, major repairs. I'm talking roof, furnace, air conditioning. Has the electrical been updated? What about the plumbing, right? Because if you have to redo a main line to the sewer, that's going to be thousands of dollars. If you've got to come in and update all the electrical because the current breaker box isn't up to code and it's a fire hazard, that's going to cost thousands of dollars. Same with the roof, the furnace, the AC, and what have you. So know what the age of the home is and also know what major repairs have been done on the home when you're trying to find the right investment property. Third thing we want to discuss, if the home is in an HOA, know the HOA rules and bylaws. Even if it's not in an HOA, know the CC&Rs, the codes, covenants, and restrictions. And then lastly, 3, know the zoning of the property. Far too often, I hear these horror stories of people who go and buy these houses and they think that they're buying this incredible investment property and it is such a good price. It's such a steal of a deal. They buy it only to find out that after, they try and put a tenant in there, the city comes and knocks on their door and says, you can't do that here. You can't use this property for that purpose. It's not zoned as such. So it's really, really key to make sure that you're looking over these things. Pro tip here, use a pro to help you. Find a realtor that knows what they're doing and has read through hundreds, personally, right? Hundreds of HOA bylaws, CC&Rs, zoning, talk to cities, right? If your agent or your realtor knows all of these, they're going to be able to help you determine if you need to look elsewhere to be able to use a property for what you intend the purposes to be, or if this one's going to fit and check all the boxes and allow you to rent it the way you want to. Last thing I want to talk about in this video is appreciation. Like I said, we are not playing the short game when it comes to investing in real estate. We need to look into the future. We need to look way, way off into the distant future and trying to decide, what am I going to do with this property long term? If you can find a property that you know is going to appreciate and has the greatest gap available for appreciation, that's what you want to be taking a look at, okay? Buy in areas that you know are on the up and up. Overall, real estate's trajectory is up. The graph here shows that even though there's some peaks and valleys, the overall trend is upwards. Know that your property is going to appreciate over time, but what we want to try and do is find the property that's going to have the fastest rate of appreciation. Again, this is where having a realtor who knows the the areas comes into play. If you're just out there doing this on your own and you don't know what markets are doing well, you're not going to know which market to invest in. Another reason why you should hit the subscribe to this channel, because we go over that. We talk about which markets are doing really well. We're releasing videos and updates on the market every single week. We're going to dive a little bit more into this in a future video. Hopefully this hits you with the basics of knowing what to look at as you're trying to decide whether or not to invest in real estate. Again, hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment below if you have any other questions that you'd like us to address in a video. We always reply within 24 hours to any comment we get. We appreciate the support. Thank you so much.